Hi everyone, hope you well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin. Once again, thank you for your continued support, okay? Really do appreciate it. Hope you have a good Friday. I know we have a good weekend, okay? And Bitcoin picks its ass up and finds some level of support right now and continues in this bull run. Right now, you can see, though, it is breaking down. It's having a correction, which was anticipated in the channel, to be fair. We have been fully transparent with you, and we are showing you the breakdown targets on a day-to-day basis, okay? We've got our long-term projections, which we'll always remind you of. We do anticipate Bitcoin going to 200k in this bull run. Obviously, as you're fully aware, we explained before, this wave 3 has got completely overextended, okay? You don't need to be a rocket scientist to see the overextension here. It's just gone up far too quickly, hasn't it? Far too fast, far too quick, and it's coming back and holding support relatively well. Now you can see you're hovering above the 1272 extension right there, okay? Now if you can continue to hold that and just sort of consolidate and allow the market to take a breather, then I would expect you to get more upside and a breakout in the future, obviously. Now a key indicator is that you can't afford to lose the 55 EMA on the weekly time frame, because if you start to roll under the 55 and you're under it and you're closing below it, okay, not only are you reversing and losing this level of support on the Fibonacci retracement right here, which is a key area of support, by the way. You can see when you've come up, you've bounced off its support multiple weeks there, because this is a weekly time frame, and you can see the continuation. If you hold this level of support, gold. Now if you start to lose it, obviously your next level of support, and you can see that extra capitulation where you come back down to the previous swing high of the bull market. Do you see that? So that's Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. I'm just going to zoom to the hourly time frame then to see what we can see, okay? So yesterday then, this is the hourly time frame for Bitcoin. Yesterday we gave you the head and shoulders pattern, okay? And a few days before that we gave you a rising wedge pattern. As you know, the pattern that's in play is validated until invalidated away. And so far, so good, the patterns are playing out, okay? And a lovely little short opportunity there, and there's a lovely little short opportunity there as well for Bitcoin. Now, if this level of support breaks, because obviously you can see you're falling out of the neckline, okay, as support, which I've shown you. If it breaks, then do target cheeky bids. Put some cheeky bids in at 32,908, because I think that what potentially might be looking at for Bitcoin here, and this is good actually, this is good, because obviously when things go up, you want to come back down and hold support for continuation. Like I said, you've broken out of a key level of resistance here. Do you see this channel here? This channel here, it's resistance. You've broken out of it just here, which is really important. You back test this support, okay? Now you've gone up, you've made a high, and you start to look like you're rolling. But what you're doing actually, potentially, you may come back down and retest this as support once more. And don't forget, this is the rising wedge pattern. And if you do that, you're still creating higher lows. Do you see this? So it's still relatively healthy and still painting a relatively good reversal pattern for Bitcoin right now. Now the key thing that Bitcoin needs to do is break this high. This is what it needs to do. It needs to break this high, and you can see it was so close to breaking it. Now if it breaks this high, that for me is a confirmation of a reversal pattern right there for Bitcoin, because what you've done, you've created a higher high than the swing high of this swing low effectively. So something like this. So you've come down, you've made this low, you've come up, you made a swing high, you've come down like that, and you should theoretically have made a higher high there, but you've not, obviously. So what you're doing right now is still relatively good. You've entered a level of consolidation between this high and this low, okay? Now what you need to see is that low not broken, which if it comes down there and bounces off that target of the rising wedge, is still a high low. So that's really, really good. So what I'm saying is, if it does start to do something like this, comes back down, still bounces off this trend line as support, this is where you could see the last dip for Bitcoin, okay? And it might not necessarily come as low as these levels that we've gave you. If you do start to lose particularly key levels of support, we have given you these, okay? But this could be the actual reversal pattern forming right now for Bitcoin, and this could be the last dip in this bull run. Again, not got a crystal ball, but it's just something that I'm anticipating, okay? Because it is quite a nice reversal pattern for Bitcoin. So do anticipate that if you do start to lose this, put some cheeky bids in at this level, because Bitcoin might not come as low as that in this bull market. There's a lot of fear and there's a lot of FUD around Bitcoin. And personally, you might not get Bitcoin as cheap as that in this bull market. This might be the actual reversal pattern just here, because I think that it might do something like this. Lose support, bounce here, come back up, make a higher high than this, and that is it. Boom. See you later. It's off. Not got a crystal ball, and I could be completely wrong. This is why this support level right here needs to hold. If you do start to see Bitcoin close obviously lower than that 320, it's going to sort of come down, create a lower low than this level right here, which I need to give you, by the way. Create a lower low than that, okay, which is 31172, which is where, you know, you could be effectively sort of having this little fake out, and you are coming a lot deeper for Bitcoin and potentially coming down to that 28k. And a lot of the analysts that are calling for like the lower lows of 24k and a retest of the previous bull market cycle top right there could be right. But, you know, I just think personally, you know, you should never go with your feelings or your gut or anything like that, but it's still a relatively strong structure right here because of the higher lows. And if it bounces off of this particular reversal pattern, just here, this rising wedge we've given you, okay, if it bounces here, wow, this could be a really, really good opportunity for Bitcoin to actually break key levels of resistance, break this high, and you will be looking at sort of marching onwards and upwards and making them highs. And you'll look on the charts, and this will sort of be the bottom for Bitcoin, in my opinion. But again, not financial advice, okay? So yeah, that's Bitcoin. Hopefully we get the pick up here, because if we do, and we get a bit of confidence restored into the, it's been an awful May, hasn't it? You know, in May, selling go away. How right is that saying right now? It's been an absolutely awful May for crypto, to be honest with you. Certain projects have done okay, they've held their own, so to speak, but it has been a massive shakeout, in my opinion, of the weekends. And that's it. That's what happens in bull markets. You have these massive corrections, the weekends get shaken out, but you look for the reversal patterns. And right now, Bitcoin is on the verge of painting this reversal pattern in front of my eyes. And if it does, okay, gets the bounce off this particular level here and starts to go on, could be fireworks for Bitcoin over the next few months, okay, and crypto in general. So this is a really important time for Bitcoin. Stay strong, everybody, stay safe, and stay tuned. But put some cheeky bids in down here, because I'm anticipating a little bounce, not only off this level here, okay, which is obviously support, and it's the corrective pattern, okay, of this rising wedge. See this rising wedge, boom, 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 and then head and shoulders, which is carrying out reversal right now at 34,836. It's also the support line of this resistance, which is back tested. Now I've seen this particular sort of pattern play out before, okay, where it's broken down, and not on an hourly time frame, but on like a weekly time frame, where it's broken out resistance, it's came up, made a high lower than the key high, and then it's rolled back and it's actually back tested and it's gone to the races. Okay, so this is why this particular pattern is of keen interest to me. If it holds and doesn't fall below this resistance line right here and loses it as support and turns it back into resistance, this could be the bottom for Bitcoin right here. Again, not got a crystal ball. Take care, everyone. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay tuned. Be back tomorrow with another update on Bitcoin. Bye bye.